Hey guys, you'll see a little bit of a glow here because I'm not using my camera, which has a light filter. I'm using video stream on YouTube. Got an editorial for you this morning. It comes out of Utah. You are going to love this one. You are going to love this one. Every day I try not to be anti-cop. I do. I try to be anti-bad cop. Uh, but when I read something like this here, my faith in law enforcement goes down. Every time I read something like this here out of Utah, my faith in law enforcement goes down. I just, I mean, do they train these guys in the police academy to say, hey, we apologize. This is what happened. This is why we did this. Explain to them and say, thank you for your understanding. We hope you understand. We really, do we really do that? No, they don't teach that. They teach you're a cop. You got a badge, you got a patch, and you're out there to enforce the law. That's what they teach. Now, I've met some cordial officers who are polite and whatnot, but when they make a mistake or when they do something they shouldn't, do they apologize? Hell no. And across the nation, I can give you 10, 20 editorials I've done where cops have made mistakes and it doesn't say they apologized, and they probably didn't. Like in this one, a Utah officer who pulled his gun on a 10-year-old boy during a pursuit of armed suspects will continue to work amid an independent review of the incident, police said Monday. The unidentified officer is still employed with the agency, and authorities are not looking to terminate him, Woods Cross Police Chief Chad Sofe said. Now, I kind of get that. Hold on. The officer's actions drew criticism after Jerry Hrubis said Woods Cross police officer, the white Woods Cross police officer, pulled his gun on her son, DJ, who is black, while he was playing on his grandmother's front lawn Thursday north of Salt Lake City. She has said her son didn't have any toys or objects in his hands. The officer told DJ to put his hands in the air and get on the ground and told him not to ask questions. After Jerry Hrubis confronted the officer, he got in his car and left, she said. I'm out of here. Oh shit, egg on my face. No apologies, no explanations. This is what it says. Now, I could be different. I'm armchair quarterback in here. I get that. But I'm jaded. Sofe defended the officer's actions. Now, Sofe is the police chief, Chad Sofe. Or is it Chad Soft, as in soft? Sofe defended the officer's actions and said he mistook the boy for a potential suspect. Fuck, okay, that happens. But where's the apology? Where's the, hey, man, you know what? This is what happened. We apologize. Hope you can understand. It's just, No. Sofe defended the officer's actions and said he mistook the boy for a potential suspect. Responding officers received mixed reports of the suspect's race and ethnicity, including that they were black, Hispanic, or Polynesian, he said. Sofe said the agency has asked the Davis County District Attorney's Office to conduct a probe into the incident. They need to probe something, all right. We want to learn from this. We don't want people to be traumatized by our efforts to protect the community. People are already traumatized by law enforcement. An attorney working with the Hrubis family said the mother was upset and still had unanswered questions. Yeah, of course. Jerry Hrubis has said the officer returned and apologized later. Oh, here we go. That day, later, he apologized. Why? Because he probably got his fucking ass chewed out. Apologized later that day, but the confrontation left her feeling unsafe in the West Bountiful home. I'm going to read that again. Jerry Hrubis has said the officer returned and apologized later that day. The confrontation left her feeling unsafe in the West Bountiful home. Why did he return and apologize later? Why not apologize right then when it happened? And you say, well, you don't know if he did or not. We're going by the story here. He returned and apologized later. Now, I get that there's three sides to every story: her side, police side, and what's in the middle. However, how many stories have we read like this? I mean, you have to come out. This isn't just like a one time, oh, this happened with this cop. This happens nationwide every single frigging month. And I understand The cops get a call. Oh my God, there's 3 black guys. Da, da, da. They just robbed a bank, or 3 Hispanic guys, or 3 white guys, or pick your ethnicity. And they're driving down the street and they see a matching. It's not the ones, but maybe it matches the description. They're like, oh my God, we got to check these guys out. They don't know what's going on. I get all that. What I'm expecting is a friggin' apology from the cops saying, you know what, you weren't really involved. We apologize for the misunderstanding. Here's what happened. And just explain what happened and say, unfortunately, you matched the description suspects. You're not the suspects. Your guys are great. Thank you. We apologize. We hope you can have a better day. Is that public service? I think I just explained public service. I mean, aren't cops public servants? No, they're fucking law enforcement officers. That's what they do, enforce the law. And sometimes incorrectly. Kara Porter said, if it's true that the justification to point a gun at this child is because they were told the suspects might be black, Hispanic, or Polynesian, are they saying this officer was entitled to stop and point his gun at every male fitting that description? Good question. Rubis doesn't necessarily want the officer fired, but would be satisfied with an outside review, Porter said. Lex Scott, founder of Black Lives Matter in Utah, said her organization is demanding that the officer be fired and that they plan to protest outside the police agency's offices. She said the group is in the process of filing a complaint with the FBI's Civil Rights Division. I don't know that he should be fired, but he damn well better be retrained, and he better go through some he should go through some discrimination training and some sensitivity training. That's what I was going to get to. He should go through some sensitivity training, this guy. Because what he did was 152% insensitive. The fact that the police officer still has a job and they've defended his actions sends a message that any officer can go out, aim a gun at a 10-year-old kid, and that's okay, Scott said. And that's not okay to do. African Americans count for just 1.4% of the population in Utah, according to U.S. Census figures. Police Chief Paul Child from Centerville Police Chief Paul Child, whose agency was also part of the chase, said, we care very much about our minority population. We realize this is a predominantly white area, and there are a few minority residents here. We want them to feel safe and know that we value them in our community. Now, I'm looking here. There's a couple different stories on this. I'm going to post a link to this one in the description box below. It actually might be a different one that I post in the description box below. There was a few different ones, and I was trying to find the same one because I printed this off a computer. But the one on my iPhone that I saved the link to, I couldn't find it on the computer. I kept getting this one that kept giving me pop-ups to an Obama story. And I was like, no, I don't want the Obama story. I want the Utah cop story. But I don't see it in this one. Maybe it's in the one I posted below, where the police chief made a statement, or was quoted as allegedly making a statement that the officer did nothing wrong, that he was okay, he did his job. They were looking for suspects, and the officer really did nothing wrong. He was, okay in what he did because he didn't violate policy. I think that's what it said. He didn't violate policy because, well, they were chasing suspects. He's got a badge. He's got a patch. He's got a certification from Police Academy that says he's graduated and he was sworn in to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Utah. Therefore, he can do whatever the hell he wants because he's law enforcement. Guys, we are not free. If you think you're free in the United States of America, you're fucking kidding yourself. We are under the authority and the power and the thumb of the tyrannical law enforcement of the United States of America. Believe that. And I want to hear your guys' opinions on this in the comment section below. News Now Yucaipa, keeping you updated on what's going on across your nation with law enforcement and public officials and everything else.